I want to take this opportunity to invite you all to go to my channel, and you'll see the featured video there is the Great Debate, and it's the announcement about this debate. And please feel free to ask questions either in the comment section or as a video response, and we will include those in this debate. Right now I'm going to answer a couple of questions by Bluebell 9289. First, she asked, how would you assist women who have trouble reaching orgasms? I have spent a lot of my time in the course of my life trying to help women achieve orgasms. I have been successful most of the time, but I have to admit there have been a few failures. Whether I'm elected president or not, I will continue to devote my personal attention to this cause. But if I am elected, I will follow through on my promise to create the Sexual Relief Corps, a cadre of Americans devoted to bringing orgasms to all Americans, men and women alike. I will also set aside funds for research in dildo and vibrator technology.
You know, I gotta say that only someone who has, you know, these ties to the freaking mafia would come up with a way for the government, you know, to sponsor, you know, some sort of freaking prostitution ring. You know, John, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. You know, but that's, you know, I listen to that and this is what I come up with, you know, and I try to keep a fucking straight face, and it's goddamn impossible, because, you know, it's crazy with the, you know, I will get you off, you know, what the fuck is this all about, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of women who can't get orgasms. I'm really fucking sorry. There's a lot of men who can't get orgasms too. Might be because the men can't get laid, but, you know, the result is the same, you know? I think that, you know, but seriously, if people were a little more focused and a little more thorough, it probably wouldn't be as much of an issue as it appears to be for you right now. So, there you have it. You know, that's all I can say about that, except for, you know, my opponent being the mafia fucking thug, bagman, you know, hit guy that he is. You know, he's gonna give you the, you know, the same kind of bullshit, crazy motherfucking answer that he just did.
Her second question is, what would I do about the Twilight Nutters? Now, I have to point out here that there are not only Twilight Nutters out there, but also people who are nuts about Harry Potter, Star Wars, Star Trek, comic books, and any number of other things. People are nuts about their favorite sports teams. There are young girls who are nuts about Justin Bieber, and young boys who are nuts about Lady Gaga. Almost everybody is nuts about something. And this can be irritating, but it's not usually harmful. It just wouldn't be right to single out one group of nuts over another. Bluebell, look inside your heart. Ask yourself, what are you nuts about? I may not like what you're nuts about, but I will defend to the death your right to be nuts about it. So if I'm elected president, I will not try to prevent people from being nuts about things. I will not try to discriminate against people who are nuts about things. I will occasionally issue a proclamation asking them to chill out. I hope that answers your questions.
Wow, now here's a question I can really sink my fucking teeth into. Yeah, I like people who are nuts about Twilight, I'm fucking nuts about Twilight. I gotta tell you, you go through freaking life, and everything, one day is like worse than the next, and this shit happens and that shit happens, but there's always a peaceful fucking time at Twilight. It's my favorite time of day. Thank you for asking.
Bluebell 9289 has asked the following question. How would you solve the disappearing socks problem? And Bluebell, I want to thank you and commend you for drawing attention to this problem with your video, Where's My Sock? This is a problem that plagues all Americans, rich and poor, young and old. It crosses all ethnic and racial lines, and no matter what religion you are. We have all known the frustration of sorting our laundry and finding the odd sock. So, I have consulted with renowned scientists from all over the world, and the source of the problem is this. As our washers and dryers spin, they create a small vortex, and very often a sock, or sometimes even underwear, falls into the vortex and crosses into the fourth dimension. If I am elected president, I will force Congress to pass legislation that will make our washers and dryers spin counterclockwise. This will reverse the vortex. Socks and underwear will no longer be sent to the fourth dimension. Instead, they will be drawn from the fourth dimension into our universe. When you finish your laundry, instead of having one less sock, you'll have an extra one. But we have to be careful. This legislation could be derailed by lobbyists from the fourth dimension. So, I pledge right here in this debate to not accept any donations from the fourth dimension, and I hope Exile Guy will do the same.
Well, first I want to thank you, Bluebell 9289, for asking us some questions, because I think it's great. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I'll do the best I can here, but first I want to comment on what Honest John said. It's kind of, Star Trek-y, sci-fi kind of answer, and you end up with an extra sock anyway in his, mathematical fourth dimension bullshit kind of, response, which to me doesn't seem to make much sense unless you do a lot of laundry often, and then you accumulate socks, and hopefully you get matched pairs. I don't know, or if you have lots of extras, you can turn them into sock puppets. I guess you can do that. Personally, honey, I got one change of clothes, and I don't own any socks, so it's hard for me to even, give a fuck. But thanks for asking anyway.